if you like her, come check out the Monkey Bar. It's in a couple of weeks on Sunday. I think it's like 12 or something. I'll look it up. She's hilarious. I got nothing else to say. Bring her up here, Ms. Avi Waring.
Hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy tax-free holiday. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's good. It's kind of a weird day for me today, but anyway, I had this strange kind of religious experience earlier in the day, but I live in Wolcott, which you may not know. You may think it's Walcott where I live, but we who live there call it Wolcott. It's one of the border towns of the Northeast Kingdom. Kind of far. It's a good place, but not much happens in Wolcott. There's a couple things that happen there. One thing that I think is happening is kind of like a slow, deep-seated world takeover plot by the Wolcott Volunteer Fire Department. They're whatever it is they're doing, they're very serious, very secretive about it. So if that does happen, it's probably going to come out of Wolcott. Anyway, there's one other thing going on in Wolcott, and that is Buck's Furniture. I wasn't sure if you from the city would know about Buck's Furniture, but Buck's Furniture is it's a beautiful thing, Buck's Furniture. Anyway, had no plan to have a relationship today with Buck's Furniture. I was going to the post office, and I drove down there, and I was having a hard time finding a parking place at the post office, which really doesn't happen very much in Wolcott. And I got out of my car, and I looked around, and you may not be familiar with the layout of downtown Wolcott. There's the post office, and then every other building in every direction you look is Buck's Furniture. They're all dark brown, and they have a blue and green stripe. Very noticeable. It's noticeable. Anyway, I got out of my car, and I was going to go towards the post office, but there were all these people, tons of people, families and old people and couples, sort of slowly making this pilgrimage toward the door of Buck's Furniture, and I found myself, suddenly I was walking in that direction also. And I looked over, and this man next to me said, "I don't know why, but something told me I had to come here today." We both looked back at the entrance, and the door was opening up, and this bright light shone out, and it shielded my eyes, and I heard this voice say, "Spend and buy, my little lamb, spend and buy. All your sins of downsizing and recycling will be forgiven today, and Buck's Furniture will bestow the gift of 7% off upon you." So weird, I looked down, and my hand was reaching out, and my credit card was in my hand, and then it was this blur. It was all a blur, and I woke up at home, and I was laying on my new camo pleather love seat that I bought. It was a $1,500 love seat. And, love seat is kind of a stretch. It was 2 reclining chairs that were attached by a cooler. But I love it. I do love it. Yeah. Anyway, that was my religious experience. Speaking of religious experiences, I don't know if any of you have ever gone to a spa and read the spa menu. There's treatment options at a spa menu, and they all start with things like retreat to your own utopia, or like serenity will be yours. And that's how they begin this explanation of how being slathered with a bunch of different vegetables is going to be a religious experience for you. I have questions about God. I'm looking at the menu like, I wonder how I'm going to get the most enlightenment out. And so that's how I'm convinced to try out this carrot celery enlightening wrap. Great, sounds delicious. And so I spend about $200 to go in a room with the person that I don't know, take off all my clothes, get scrubbed with salt, hosed off, slathered with carrot and celery infused lotion and wrapped in this warm, wet sheet that grows colder and clammier by the second for my enlightenment. Anyway, I'm laying there in this room alone, you know, wrapped up like a burrito, which I kind of am because of the vegetables that are in there marinating with me. I'm like the meat and, you know, the meat and the vegetables. No beans, there's no beans, but it's kind of similar. Anyway, I'm freezing, I can't move my arms, and the joyous sounds of babbling brooks and birds are like coming in the speakers at me, like. But then I realized I have to pee. And I bet that it would warm me up if I did. And it would. But that led me to realize that I was angry, which was enlightening. So I did get, it's good to know, you know, that's one of the first steps to be enlightened, is to know if you're angry, which some people are. Anyway, I was leaving, and I guess I didn't look so good because the spa desk lady tried to offer me another treatment. She said, we can also give you a hot mud mask or a seaweed facial, but because I was, you know, angry and dehydrated and stuff, I thought she said a semen facial. And suddenly I didn't feel so bad anymore. And I wondered, why didn't I see that on the menu? That's an obvious choice. And then I thought, I wonder how they sell that. You know, a description of that. Are you looking for a creamy complexion? Try our decadent semen facial. Semen has gobs of protein, collagen, and moisturizing seminal fluid, which is everything you want and nothing that you don't. You'll reach new levels of serenity when warm semen is drizzled all across your face and neck, fresh from your therapist. People will be clamoring to know what treatment you had when you and your therapist emerged with a fresh and healthy glow. I thought, you know, brilliant, but there was only one marketing flaw with the semen facial, and that is that if you ask around, they're actually really easy to get for free.